From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back. One way to plan a unique vacation is to choose a destination that includes history, culture, and cuisine. And joining us now is travel expert Valerie Joy Wilson with all the travel tips. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be coming to you live from what I think is one of the most beautiful places in the country, St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah, so where do we kind of get started with planning a fun vacation?
Yeah, planning a fun vacation. You know, planning a fun vacation can mean so many different things to so many different people. And that's really what I love about Florida. There is so many diverse things here. You know, it's not just about beaches and Disney. There is so much more that Florida has to offer. For example, I am in a city that has such a crazy, interesting history. It really is. It is the oldest city in America. It was formed in 1565 by the Spanish, but it did not become a really popular tourist destination until the late 1800s when the father of Florida tourism, Henry Flagler, so he was a big railroad tycoon, part of Standard Oil. He came down, he decided he liked it here and wanted to build some really incredible hotels. So one of them is right behind me. It is the former Hotel Ponce de Leon, and it is now Flagler College. So if you can believe it, students actually study in this building right behind me. It's gorgeous. It's unbelievable to think that that's their college campus.
Yes, ma'am. And talk about checking out the art scene, and why is it something you would recommend?
Absolutely. There's such a great art scene in all of Florida, but let's start right here in St. Augustine. There, you know, this building behind me that we were just talking about, the former Hotel Ponce de Leon. Henry Flagler really was a patron of the arts, and he loved architecture, and he spared no expense when he was building this hotel. It has the largest collection of Tiffany stained glass in the world. I went and checked it out a couple days ago. It is absolutely stunning. And then if you're into the literary arts like I am, or more so, I'm into kind of like checking out all the places Hemingway went, because he used to go to some pretty cool places. You can head down to Key West if you're a literary arts lover and check out the Ernest Hemingway Home and Museum and all of the amazing things that Key West has to offer as well.
Yes, so what can we learn from a multicultural place to visit?
It really is a multicultural place to visit. And you know, one of the things that I love about the food scene here is that multicultural, those diverse foods are really coming from the Minorcan influence, the British influence, the Spanish influence, and of course we've got that good old Southern food kind of melting in. So it really makes for a unique food scene. And then to top it off, we've got the fresh seafood coming off the Atlantic Ocean, the fertile farmlands. It really creates some great food. And also, one of the things I'm really excited to share with you today is that Michelin Guide is coming to 3 new destinations in Florida: the Palm Beaches, Fort Lauderdale, and St. Pete Clearwater. Now, the Michelin Guide, those are the people that are responsible for those Michelin stars and those fine dining restaurants. And so for Florida to have that means that the food scene here is really exquisite, and they've really stepped it up. So I've been in foodie heaven. Florida really is for foodies, and all of that cultural diversity here, specifically in St. Augustine, really mixes in and makes for something really special.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you talked about the food scene. Let's talk about the music scene.
The music scene. Well, here in St. Augustine, there are actually free concerts all throughout the summer, so definitely something to check out. But you can hear live music through the venues and the cafes everywhere, inside, outside, all throughout Florida, throughout the entire year. And if you want more information on St. Augustine and the entire Sunshine State and all of the amazing culture and food, head to visitflorida.com and you can check out how to plan your vacation.
Yes, well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Happy travels. Hope to see you down here.
Yes, for more information, go to the website right there on your screen. We'll be back with more KETK's East Texas Live in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.